Hello friends, welcome to this week's video. Welcome to my week. You guys know that I love to let you in on what's been on my heart and what am I researching and what kind of things am I into right now. Let me tell you the rabbit hole I've gone on this week, and I encourage everyone to think this way as well. So a friend of mine sent me a link, and I didn't know until I clicked on it that it was a Facebook reel. And I'm not on social media very much. I don't have the apps on my phone. I have accounts from like a long time ago, but I don't have the apps on my phone. I'm not on there very much. And so I'm really out of touch, I feel like, with a lot of things that might be going on around us and maybe a little oblivious. But anyway, I clicked on it, and it was one of those Facebook reels that was like watching a car accident. You know it's terrible and awful, and you might see something awful, but you just couldn't look away. And it was like, it elicited a lot of feelings, big feelings from me. And I was like, I'm not going to tell you guys what it is, because it was, that part doesn't matter. But what I am going to say is that it really made me kind of step back and reflect on, like, first of all, like, how I just don't know what is going on out there. It's getting scarier and scarier. Out there, the way people are treating each other, the way people are treating strangers, what people are coming up with to get people to share. Like, it's, like I said, I had a lot of feelings. But what it got me thinking about was, I couldn't help but think about the Apostle Paul in this case. The Apostle Paul, if he were to write us a letter right now, if he were to write the United States of America a letter, as Paul so does very, very well, what would it say? And so I've decided that I'm going to go on a bit of a deep dive and just find out more about Apostle Paul in general, because I started thinking to myself, like, wow, like, why did I think of him right away? Like, why did I think the Apostle Paul, right? Well, he's famous for having written so many books, like, thinking off the top of my head, like Romans, 1st and 2nd Corinthians, Galatians, right? Like, so there are so many books that he's attributed to writing, and or send so many letters, is what these are. And it got me thinking, like, why Paul again? Like, I know who he is and what he's gone through and done. And then I had to remind myself, yes, like, why not? Other than the fact that, he was a Roman citizen, he had cultural influence, he had a lot of training, right? And I think the biggest thing, I think for me, and the reason we look to his wisdom so much, and we revisit those letters so much, is he has skin in the game. He's got his own story, right? That really allows us, his testimony really allows us to look at him and be like, wow, this guy actually really knows what he's talking about, because he's been there, he's lived through all these things, and he was on the other side of it, and now he's on the other side. And so it just gives me hope that, we, like every individual person, we can make it too. And so I'm going on a bit of a deep dive. If anyone wants to come with me, that's what this video is really about. Like, hey, who wants to come with me on a deep dive into Paul? I want to know more about him, and, how he went from this polar opposite dude to the dude that we know that wrote all these amazing books. Who wants to go on a deep dive with me? Like I said, you guys know that I like going down a rabbit hole and doing research for myself, and I find it easier to remember things after that. Who wants to go on a deep dive with me? Now, I know I am going on a mission trip for 2 weeks, so I leave Sunday morning, not back until July 10th, but I would love it if some of y'all want to come on a deep dive with me. I would love to make space, maybe I don't know, we could talk about what that looks like, but I would love to get us all living and breathing like Paul. and just finding out more about him and the books that he wrote. A lot of us have probably already really familiar with the scriptures, but let's find out more about Paul. Show of hands, who wants to come with me on this deep dive? That would be really awesome. I would love to do this with you guys. Well, thanks for being part of my week. Love you guys. It's already been a crazy couple of days. Today is no exception. But I'll miss you guys. I'll be thinking of you guys a lot while I am in Austria on my mission trip. Again, not back until July 10th. Now, just a reminder, you will not be able to reach me by text because my phone will not work over there. I won't be able to get any text messages or calls until I'm back, again, Sunday to the 10th of July. So feel free to text Jake if you need anything. I will have access to my emails, so you can email me, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Austria is 8 hours ahead, so keep that in mind as well. Yeah, I think that's it. Love you guys. I hope to see you soon.